Hello, how are
Hi,
you?
I'm fine, thank
Thank
you.
you.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Hi.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
good
Everything all right?
afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too, dear.
Yeah,
Is everything all right?
thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, good. So, have you done the review?
Of course,
Yes.
why not?
Okay, so even the founder of review has done the review, or just
Yes,
the master of review? Okay,
yeah.
so both of you did it. Okay, very good. Okay, who wants to go
Both of us.
first?
Me,
Okay, sure.
because the last session
Mm-hmm.
Behzad started,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to review
Mm-hmm.
Behzad's part.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. The title was How Asian Canadians. Oh no. Yes.
Yes.
How Asian Canadians are fighting a race in pandemic racism,
Rise.
and
They're
Right.
finding a rise in pandemic racism.
right,
Yes.
yes, and the with the bold point and minority report.
Minority
The
report.
title Minority Report,
Yeah.
and the first one is pandemic racism, and during the session we found the meaning of pandemic racism,
Yes.
and I want to start with minority report.
Minority report.
When I minority report,
Yes.
when I was look up the dictionary,
No,
I
no,
saw
not when I was
when
look up. Correct your sentence, please. When I
I'm looking up the dictionary,
No, you didn't
I
look up the dictionary, you looked up the word. You can say, for example, when I looked up the word report, when I looked up the word minority. Yes.
I found exactly minority report.
Yes.
And yes, and minority is a noun, and the opposite of minority is majority.
Very good.
And it means a group of people, a group of people that that have a different race or religion, and
Excuse me, Shin, what did you say? Different what for religion? Different what?
race, race,
Different
R-A-C.
Yes, but you said different race for religion. Are you sure? That was written in the dictionary.
Not different race, comma, religion.
Okay, yes, sure.
From most other people in that country. For example, in Iran, Christian or Afghan,
Afghanistan.
Afghans, yeah.
Afghan people are in minority.
Yes, you could say
and
Afghans or Afghan people. When you say Afghans, then you're pluralizing it. You don't need the people after it. And Showid, you mentioned that minority is a noun. The opposite is majority. What is the adjective form of minority?
Adjective of minority.
Adjective form minority. You have it in medicine too. What is it, Bezat?
Minorous.
No.
Minorous?
No.
Minority.
There's a disease in Iran when people want to get married. They go take
Minor.
Very good. Minor.
Minor thalassemia.
Minor what?
Minor thalassemia.
Yes, very good. And Shirin, what is, now Bezat, don't say this one. Shirin, what is the adjective of majority?
Major.
Yes, very good. How do we pronounce it in Farsi?
ماژور.
Major, yes, very good. Major. Of
ماژور و
course,
مینور.
yes, major, minor. It's the French pronunciation is very common
Yes.
in Iran. Okay, so go on, please, Shirin. Go on.
Then the next one, it was learn, to learn that. In this context, it means to find out information or news by hearing it from someone else, or maybe read it. And the synonym maybe is discover.
Very good.
Discover.
Yes, discover. Okay, Shirin, what is the opposite of learn when you mean learning something, for example, by studying? You study an English book and you learn something. What is the opposite of learn in that context?
In that context?
Yeah, in the context I just mentioned. I'm sorry, let me go close the window. Just a minute.
من نفهمیدم میشه مثلا I don't get it. Don't get it. I didn't get it.
I'm
right.
sorry, I'm back. So yes, learn means in Farsi, the first meaning is یاد گرفتن. Okay, so what is the opposite of learn when it means یاد گرفتن? What is the opposite?
Learn.
Of course, I don't mean the opposite.
For
The opposite
example,
is
I
not a good word for
don't
it.
get it.
No. I didn't say it right. یاد دادن. How do you say یاد دادن in English? Okay, یاد گرفتن is learn.
Teach.
Yes, very good.
Teach.
But also, I see that some people mistake learn for teach. Instead of, for example, saying that you taught me this, or my teacher taught me this, they say you learned me. Okay? In modern English, this is wrong. But in archaic English, in very old English texts, you see that learn means teach. You learned me was common, for example, 1,000 years ago. Okay, not, of course, 1,000 years ago is an exaggeration, but some 100 years ago. Learn did mean teach, but in the past. In modern English, you cannot say it.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Okay. The next one is remark. Remark.
I interrupt you again because I said learn. The actual opposite is unlearn. You might see this somewhere. Unlearn. Okay, you learn something, you cannot unlearn it because it's stuck in your memory forever, for example. Okay, go on.
The next one is remark. Remark as a noun, it means comment.
Yes, comment.
And as a verb, comment. Yes. And as a verb, it means to say something, especially about something you have just noticed.
Very good.
And the next one is racially charged. Racially charged. Yes. In this context, it means full of racism. Yes. And charged is an adjective, and a charged situation or subject makes people feel very angry, anxious, and excited, and is likely to cause arguments or violence.
Or what did you say? Arguments or what? Violence, yes. Don't say viol, okay? Violence. Violence.
Violence.
Yes.
And the next one is assault. It means the physical crime and it's attack.
Yes.
And
Physical attack, right? Physical attack, because we have other sorts of attack too. When you insult someone, you could attack them too, verbally. But this one is physical.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. And the charge in here is a noun, and it's an official word used by police to mention that someone is guilty or not.
Yes.
And the next one is lay. Lay in here, it means put.
Lay
And
in here,
the structure.
Shirin, correct your sentence. You said lay in here, it means put.
Okay, I got it. Means put.
No, say the whole sentence, please. Lay in here.
Lay in here means
Put.
Put.
Yes, very good.
And
of course, see, what you said is common in conversation. Okay, they say it when they're talking, they do that, but that is wrong. Grammatically, it's wrong. Okay, so learn. Lay in here means put. Go on.
And the next one is outing. It's a noun. It's a short trip. You take this trip for just for fun and just one day.
Yes.
It's not far from the city.
Yes.
And
there's another word that you learned on Saturday. It starts with out. What was it? The first one that you just mentioned is outing. Another one that starts with out is
without.
Yes. I just typed it here. If you can see the chat box, can you see the chat box? O-U-T, out.
Yes.
Okay. So when I was talking about رفتن برق، قطعی برق, I used this word.
Outlet.
Yes, very good. Outage. Yes, outage.
Outage. And we have media outlets here.
Yes.
And outlets, media outlet means any kind of media.
Yes, media.
And media. And but in British, the British people use PowerPoint instead of outlet, like electricity outlet.
Yes. For electricity, you mean? I thought you meant the media.
For electricity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like they use British people use PowerPoint instead of electricity outlet.
I see.
And the next one is stigmatization.
And yes.
Stigmatization. And stigmatization is a noun, and another form of a noun is stigma, and it means shame.
Yes.
What
is the verb?
And
what is the verb?
Stigmatize.
Yes.
It's a verb.
Yes.
And
also,
and I found.
Yes. Go on.
I found stigmata. It was written. It's related to Christianity, and mark that page.
Stigmata.
Yes.
Okay, go on. Related to Christianity and what?
mark the paper on the hands and the feet of some holy people, and which look like the wounds made by nails on the body of Christ.
You mean Jesus Christ?
Christ.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, marks corresponding to those left on Christ's body by crucifixion. You know, crucifixion of the Christ, right? به صلیب کشیده شدن.
Yes.
Okay, so when they did that, there were marks on the palms of his hands, of course, because they hammered some nails through his hands. So let me see. Stigmata, marks corresponding to the Christ, but said to have been impressed by divine favor, disgrace associated with a particular circumstance. Okay. See, when I search for stigmata, I'm redirected to stigma. Okay? I'm redirected to stigma, no stigmata. Where did you see this word? What dictionary?
In the
Okay.
Longman Dictionary.
Okay. Stigmata in here says that it's actually plural of stigma. Stigmata is the plural form of stigma, like datum, data, for example. Okay? And one of the meanings in Christianity, of course, is what you just said, on the hands and feet, near the heart, or shoulders and back of Christ. That's not a word that can be used a lot, you know.
Yeah.
You might come across this in religious texts. It's not very common. And as I can see in here, stigmata is plural for stigma. Yes, and the only usage, as I can see here, is in religion. Stigmata in religion, yes. Okay, so what was the verb form, Shireen? The verb form?
Stigmatize.
Stigmatize, yes.
Stigmatize.
Yes.
And
you said that you gave us shame. Shame. As a synonym.
Shame, yes.
As a synonym. Shame is both a noun and a verb.
Name
and a verb. Okay? Shaming is a common word these days. People shame celebrities for what they do, for example. Shaming. Okay, go on. You were saying something?
Yes. And the next one is what? You're breaking up.
I didn't say anything.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Hi?
Hi, I can hear you.
Okay. Few, it's a verb and noun. And as a noun, it means provoke. And as a verb, it means to make something, especially something bad, increase or become stronger.
Okay, what is the word?
And
I didn't get the word. What was it?
Fuel.
Fuel. Fuel, you mean?
Fuel.
Fuel. Fuel,
Yes.
as a verb, yes.
Fueling the stigmatization.
Yes, very
Fueling
good.
this.
Yes.
Stigmatization or stigmatization?
I know stigmatization. Maybe another pronunciation like what you said exists for it. I have to check that one. Have you? Have you checked for stigmatization?
Me not.
No, not me.
Stigmatization.
Say not me.
Oh, not me.
Not me. Okay. So what did you say? There's a delay.
Again, you pronounce it in a British accent.
Is it so? Stigmatization?
stigmatization in British accent and stigmatization in American one.
I see. Okay, thank you. Okay,
Yeah,
stigmatization and stigma. And what? What was the second form?
this one.
Hello?
Yes. Stigmatization.
And the second one is?
This one.
Stigmatization.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Stigmatization.
Yes. Usually the twisted pronunciations are British, usually. Easy ones are British, American. Usually, not always, but usually. Yes, thank you. Okay, go on.
Because they tend to be lazy.
Lazy? I don't know.
American, yeah.
Yeah, lazy. Or maybe, British people have twisted minds too. They want to make things complicated. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
The last one is speak of something.
Speaking of.
I found I
Yes,
speak of something.
Yes, different variations. It depends on the context. You cannot say speak of is wrong. It depends what sentence you used before, what sentence you're going to use after it. So it depends. Okay, go on.
Speak of something is the phrasal way to show clearly that something happened or exists. And I had a problem for making sentences last session.
Yes, I had a
but
problem
right
with
now
I had a problem with making a sentence with this structure, for example.
And right now I have a good sentence.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of the corona vaccine, which one is better, Pfizer or Moderna?
Yes, very good, very good. Thank you very much. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay,
and
you very
it's
much.
right.
Okay, now
Besat
over
turn.
to you, Besat. You tell us what happened last session.
Yeah. The next one that we worked on was all too common.
Yes, very good.
All too common means something that, happens a lot.
Yes. Can
Then
you
we
use,
had emerge.
Can you use another word for all too common instead of all too common in a sentence? For example,
Prevalent.
Prevalent. Yes. What else?
شایع.
A very easy one. I'm not looking for a complicated one. Instead of saying all too common, it is all too common these days. It is prevalent these days. Or what did you say?
Too common.
It starts with an
Prevalent.
F. It starts with an F.
Frequent.
Very good. Yes, exactly. It's very frequent.
Thank you.
It's all too common or it's very frequent. Yes, go on. Hello?
And, I remember in my OET exam, they, in reading part, they, they usually they use these expressions, and they, ask about the meaning of these expressions, like all too common or hustle and bustle. I remember for the first time I came across hustle and bustle in OET exam.
I see.
Hustle and bustle means shuluqi,
Yes,
yes?
the fuss. You can say fuss instead of hustle and bustle. F-U-S-S, fuss. And did you have to write the meaning?
No. Yeah. Yeah, the expression like this, yeah. The next one is emerge.
Yes.
The noun form is emergence, and it means appear, to appear.
Yes.
Yes. And Shirin talked about stigma and different usages of stigma in noun and adjective forms.
Yes.
And for example, in that context, being a Chinese was a stigma.
Yes.
Then we talked about this expression, to be to blame for something. For example, you asked who is to blame for the inflation in our country, and we talked about it, and we made different sentences in different tenses. For example, Hassan had been to blame for the inflation. Hassan will be to blame for the inflation in our country, and so on.
What was the structure again?
Then we had a third of something means to be to blame for something.
Yes, very good. Yeah.
To be to blame.
Yes, very good. Go on.
For something.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we had a third of something, which means 1 out of 3.
How can you say this?
Then after that, we worked on,
Hello? I think there's a very long delay. Could you please log out and log back in? I think there's a very long delay.
Yes.
We have to fix this. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Hello? Can you hear me, guys?
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong these days. It happens every day. Almost every day, of course.
Yes.
Okay. So, Bezat, you were saying about...
This morning, I had
Yes?
online class, and it was very bad. And
with Zoom?
Connected several. Yeah, no, Skype.
Skype, okay.
No,
So
Skype.
no difference, Zoom or Skype. It happens a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your VPN? What is the VPN that you use?
Quick VPN.
Okay. Mine is Nice VPN. I use Next VPN, Nice VPN, but no difference. I don't know what's wrong these days. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you were talking about OET. You just mentioned hustle and bustle. I said fuss and noise. It's not just noise. It's noise and a lot of a lot of activity too. Plus noise. Plus a lot of noise, not just noise. Yes. Okay, so you were saying?
Yeah. I was saying a third of something means 1 out of 3.
Yes.
Then we had this nice expression that, for example, in that context, Chinese people, they feel like Chinese people pose a health threat to, for example, Canadian society.
Yes.
And the last thing that we worked on was, to have had enough. For example, Lee had had enough means دیگه طاقتش تاق شده بود.
Yes.
Or I've had enough. دیگه بسمه. And enough is enough. Enough is enough means هر چیزی یه حدی داره دیگه.
آره دیگه یعنی بس کن. یعنی بس کنی هم پشتش هست. When you tell someone, okay, enough is enough, you mean that stop it. Stop what you're doing, okay? اون بس کن هم توش هست. And another one, also another expression.
By
Another one for...
What is Shirin saying?
Shirin has a question, but but for not enough, I found a word and which is scant. Scant means not enough.
Scant means not enough. How do you spell it?
SCANT.
Okay. So, what do you mean by not enough? It's a verb and it means not enough. You mean that?
Scant is not a verb. Means andak, nakafi.
Just not enough. Okay.
Yes.
Alil. Yes. Okay, very good.
For example, for time, we can say scant time.
Scant time. Okay, that is new to me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. Okay, what is and another one too? I taught you another expression.
By plus time?
No. Another expression about enough being enough, when you've had enough. دیگه به اینجام رسیده. How do you say that in English?
I've had it up to here.
And what do you do with your hand when you're saying this?
We put our hands above our heads.
Yes, above your heads.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's like just like saluting. You know saluting in English?
No.
Beza, do you know saluting? Beza, do you
Salute.
salute? Have you done military service?
Military service, yes.
Okay, so you learn saluting in military.
With our right hand.
Yes.
When we write our hand near our ear.
Yes, exactly. What do you say it in Farsi? How do you say this in Farsi?
سلام نظامی دادن.
Yes, but instead of putting your hand near your ear, you put it, I can say 2 inches above your head. And that's when you say, okay, I've had it up to here. You do it like this.
Salute.
Yes. It's like a distorted form of saluting. Yes, I've had it up to here.
S-A-L-U.
Excuse me?
S-A-L-U.
Yeah, I said saluting T. There is a T. S-A-L-U-T-I-N-G. Yes, I just typed it here.
Yes, I know it.
Saluting, yes. So I've had it up to here. And Shirin, what is your question?
I get it by April. By plus time.
Yes.
یعنی مثلا چند ماه تا الان.
نه معنی از چند ماه تا الان نمیده. by به علاوه یه تایمی یعنی که دیگه حد اکثر تا اون زمان. یه مدل دیگه گفتن حد اکثر تا اون زمان اینه که by رو به علاوه یه تایم بکنید. مثلا ممکنه شما الان ساعت 9 صبح شما توی اداره هستید مشکلی حل نمیشه بهتون میگم که it will be solved by 11. یه حد اکثر تا 11 حل شده. یعنی چی؟ یعنی حد اکثر تا اون موقع. یعنی ممکنه 10 حل بشه، ممکنه نیم ساعت دیگه حل بشه، ولی دیگه ته تهش 11. اوکی؟ Here by 9. دیگه حد اکثر تا 9 خونه باش. زودتر اومدی اشکال نداره ولی دیرتر از 9 نشه. by April. دیگه حد اکثر تا آوریل، تا اول آوریل دیگه این مشکل مثلا حل میشه.
Very good.
Yes, and two words that Behzad didn't mention them is in.
No. Correct your sentence again. Behzad, don't say anything. Shirin, you correct yourself.
Two words that Behzad didn't mention.
Okay, the end of the sentence. Didn't mention because you said that. You said that
yes.
in order not to say them. Okay, so 2 words that Behzad didn't mention. Full stop. 2 words that Behzad didn't mention. Yeah. Yes, or skipped. You could use skip. No, the problem was not with the verb. I just wanted her to correct the relative clause. Okay. Go on, Shirin. What was they? What was that?
Incident, and it's a noun. It means
Event.
An event, and it's we use it in journalism or informal context. And
yes, but you know,
incident. Yeah.
There's another form of it. In noun form. What is the noun form of incident?
Incidents.
Yes, very good. And how do you say that همزمانی رخ داده؟ دو تا چیز اتفاقی با هم همزمان شدن. How do you say that in English?
Incidental.
Okay, coincidence is the noun, yes. If you want to say it in an adjective form, coincidental, yes. Coincidence.
Coincidence means همزمانی or اتفاقی.
همون اتفاقی همزمانی شده دیگه. اتفاقی یه چیزی با یه چیز دیگه جور بشه به اصطلاح.
We have another thing.
Synchronicity رو میگه
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously همزمان دو تا اتفاق میفته. مثلا simultaneously شما وارد خونه میشید و simultaneously همین لحظه یکی زنگ میزنه. این simultaneous با هم هیچ ربطی ندارن. ولی coincidence اینه که مثلا شما بگید که کاش کتاب مثلا شازده کوچولو رو الان داشتم، بعد همین لحظه مثلا دخترتون میاد میگه من اینو امروز از کتاب فروشی خریدم. این میشه coincidence. اوکی؟ ما مشکل فارسیه دیگه، ما هر دو رو میگیم همزمان، همزمانی، و این اشتباهه به خاطر ترجمه است. Okay, so one word was sharing incident, as you mentioned. What was the other word that he skipped?
The other pose.
Pose. I talked about pose.
Posing a threat, you mean? Posing. Okay, yes, he said that. Okay.
And decent. Decent.
What?
Decent.
Yes, decent.
Decent.
Yes, very good.
And decent. And Chinese ancestors and any one of Chinese descent.
Yes.
You. And
what else?
No.
That's it?
Yes. I talked about pose.
Okay. We finished early.
Yes.
We have some time. If you have questions, you can ask.
I have done the first session review today.
First session of what? First session.
Magazine class. The first one that I've heard your voice. And
you mean the first one that was several months ago? You mean the first session?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first session.
But before you go to that, I'm sorry, Shirin. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But because you said descent, I just wanted to refer you to lesson 5 of magazine reading. If you have the book, you can check it on page 69 if you have it handy. There are different variations of this, of course, with different dictation and spelling. Descent, 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 descent. These are different types with different meanings when the dictation and spelling changes. Okay, you can refer to that, page 69, lesson 5. And you can add this descent to the pile of descents in here. Okay. So you were saying about the first session, you reviewed the first session. What did you find out?
I found that I changed a lot during this month.
I have changed a lot. Yes.
During this month, and I laughed at myself.
Why? Really? Was it funny?
Because I just used the verb without any tense.
I see. Okay. I should go check it. I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And the first thing you told Behzad, it was, I wanted to thank you for all the sacrifice that you're making, you and your colleagues these days. And yes, and the title was UK leader sent to intensive care.
Yes.
And coincidentally intensive was in intensive care unit.
Yes.
Coincidentally, what was in intensive care unit?
When we read this title, coincidentally, Behzad was in intensive care unit.
I see. Intensive care unit. Yes, I see. Okay. Really? You were in an ICU when we had this class?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That was a good use of coincidentally. Very good. Thank you very much, Shirin. Okay. What else do you remember?
And I couldn't finish it today, but
No, Shirin, go back. I I couldn't?
I couldn't finish it
Very good.
today.
Yes.
Just 27 minutes.
Of it.
27 minutes of it.
Minutes.
And yeah. And the first word is worsen. Worsen, it's a verb to become worse or make something worse. Opposite of improve. And the next one was foreign secretary and foreign. And
Yes.
the British government minister who is in charge of the foreign office.
Yes.
وزیر امور خارجه.
Yes.
Yes. And
وزیر خارجه
foreign secretary.
Foreign secretary.
Yes. And the next one was to deputize someone to do something.
Yes.
And it takes a lot of time to
It took a lot of time.
It took a lot of time to to understand
No. Beza, don't help, okay? Let me type this sentence of yours. It took a lot of time. What did you say? A lot of time?
To it took a lot of time to me to find the
Okay, don't finish that. That is wrong. Okay, I just typed it. It took a lot of time to me to find. This one is wrong. Can you correct this sentence? Beza, don't help. Okay, let her.
Yes.
It took a lot of time to find for me. I don't know.
No, you know.
Took a lot of
بخواید بگید که الان
it took a
5 دقیقه وقت میبره که من از اینجا برم تا مثلا خونه مامانم. How do you say that in English?
It takes 5 minutes to go to my mom's house.
Okay. So, بذارید جملتون بنویسم. It takes 5 minutes to go to my mother's house. Okay, now just add one thing. فقط یه چیز رو اضافه کنید که 5 دقیقه از من وقت میبره. How do you say it?
It takes me.
Very good. It takes me 5 minutes to go to my mother's house. حالا بگید کلی ازمون وقت برد که بفهمیم. How do you say that?
It took us a lot of time to find, for example, the rules the structure.
To find out the rules, not find out the rules or to understand. So it took us a lot of time to, for example, understand. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
To deputize someone to do something.
Yes.
And
What does it mean?
جایگزین کردن. And when you put someone else instead of yourself in your job.
Yes, but it's not exactly that. It's when you give them your responsibilities. It's not permanent. Or for now, it's not permanent. Okay? So when you say جایگزین کردن, it's جایگزین کردن موقتی is better, a better translation.
Yes.
Yes.
جایگزین کردن.
Because you know,
and
we have, I'm sorry, deputies are like معاون یا نماینده‌ای که از طرف شما کاری انجام میدن. شما یه کاری و یه مسئولیتی رو بهشون واگذار میکنید. You hear deputy too. Deputy Prime Minister, for example. Deputize. Yes, go on.
And my sentence is Besat sentence was I deputized my colleagues to run hospital affairs when I was abroad. And
Yes.
but the magazine sentence was Mr. Johnson's condition worsened, comma, he deputized foreign secretary Dominic Raab to run the government.
Okay. What was your example?
And,
did you make a sentence?
no.
Okay. You learned some other expressions, Shireen. I remember this one. I don't want to say the expression. I want to see if you remember it. There was this expression that you learned some sessions after the first session that meant when there's a great person in, for example, your field of study, in sports, or in Behzat's field of study, or among your friends and relatives. But no one knows how great that person is. You have to, spend time with them or give them some time to understand how great they are. Like you, Shireen. When you started some months ago, you thought that, as you mentioned, you couldn't make good, mistake-free sentences. But now you have mastered it. You are that expression. Do you remember that? Do you remember that expression? It had something to do with gems.
What did you mean?
Behzat, don't say it, okay? I want Shireen to say it because I know she knows it. It has something to do with gems. What is the meaning of gem? Gem. G-E-M. Gem. Do you watch satellite? Gem TV. Have you heard of Gem TV? Have you heard of Gem TV?
Yeah.
I have.
Okay. What is the?
I've heard about it.
Yes, very good. When they're advertising Gem TV, there's something that you see on the screen. What is it? It's some sort of gem, a precious stone.
Jewel.
Yes, gem means yes. چیزای قیمتی، سنگ قیمتی, okay? But that one is, of course, one gem.
Yes,
on Gem TV, you see this specific gem. What is it called? No, Behzat, don't. This one is Shireen.
I have nothing.
Okay.
I have nothing.
Okay, now that you don't have anything to say, you can say something. Okay. Okay, so let me put it like this. Shireen, this is very common in the US when a man wants to propose to a woman. You know that they should propose with a ring. And the ring that they propose with must have this gem on it. Otherwise, it's not a decent proposal.
Diamond in the rough.
Very good. Excellent. Yes. Diamond in the rough. So you were the diamond in the rough. You were the diamond in the rough some months ago. Now the rough is over. You're the diamond. You're shining like a diamond.
Thank you.
I'm just telling you.
Diamond in the rough.
Yes, diamond in the rough. Okay, so go on. What else do you remember from the first session?
The 55-year-old Prime Minister, you told me the 55-year-old is an adjective.
Yes.
And the Prime Minister is a noun. And unfortunately, I couldn't do the rest of them.
Okay, but that was good. That was good. You prepared some more stuff to do so that
Yeah.
we had something to talk about. Okay, that's good. It's almost over. If you have any questions, you can ask, and otherwise, next week we'll have a new article to work on. Hopefully, it will
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
newspaper article. This one was from Reader's Digest, and it was easy, almost easy. Okay. Any questions?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank you. See you on Wednesday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Have a good
You too,
day.
dear. Bye bye.